Hi.
Other action figures each sold separately. From
Record the purr.
Jenny, get the door. It must be Cousin Willie. Okay. Hi. What's up?
Ah, there we go. Something chill to watch. The following video is rated R and is intended for an adult audience. So if you're under 18, take a fucking hike, eh? As this video may contain adult themes and situations, strong language and opinions, good and bad advice, cannabis cultivation and consumption. So as long as you're a responsible adult, kick back, spark one up, and enjoy the show.
And works.
Hi everybody, Cannabeard Grows here. How the heck are you doing? I hope you're better than I am. I'm still sick, so don't mind the frog in my throat. Holy crap, I have been officially sick for, what is it, 10 days? 12 days? Let's see here. 2 weeks, 14? Yeah, 12 days. 12 frigging days I have been sick for. I still got this wicked dry cough that just won't go away. Other than that, I feel kind of better. Still a bit congested and a little dry coffee still, but I'm definitely on the tail end of things. That is good. So I hope that today's episode sounds better. Apparently last time, as soon as I sat down to cut the plants, my microphone started cutting in and out a little bit. And I had a couple people mention it in chat, and I thought it sounded fine when I scrubbed it, and I was, oh, that's fine, whatever. And then I got to the end, and it was crackling in and out. So for everybody in that predicament, I apologize. What is this? Oh, it's the handle. Hold on. There we go. Anyway, I'm going to invest in new microphones soon enough. I've been using this thing here for a very long time. It's a wireless. It's got a wire, but it's attached to me. Usually it sits on the back here. I just plop it in my pocket or something. I got a little headset. It works pretty darn good. However, I've gone through about 3 of these. They're about 50 or 60 bucks. They're not exactly very expensive. But there doesn't seem to be a high quality version of this exactly with a USB connection. I have found some other options that I'm going to look into in the future, but they're a lot more expensive. So for now, I'm just going to keep using this thing. And one of these days, I am going to upgrade this microphone so that that kind of crap doesn't happen much anymore. Anyway, last week we cut down the Oreos. Here they are. I've been drying them in this room. Why am I drying them in this room when I have a perfectly good drying tent down the hallway from here? Well, it's colder in this room. Once I turned the heat off and I turned the lights off, and the lights were creating a lot of the heat in this room, it got really cold in here. Really cold, like a little fridge, because I've got a fan that blows from the outside in here a little bit to keep some, fresh air happening. And as a result, it was easier to maintain a very cold temperature in this room by about a good 10 degrees versus my drying area at the moment. So I just hung them up in here, turned all the lights off, and made sure I got a little humidifier thing in here that I turned on once in a while. Whenever it got low into the 45 or below, I'd turn it on for a bit or whatever. Trying to keep it around 50, 55, and what is the temperature in here right now? The temperature is almost 70 in here at the moment. It's 68, but that's because I had the heater on for a few minutes so that I could stand here without freezing my balls off. But they're almost done, is the point. They are very, very, very close. I've been checking on them. The arms still have some moisture in them. The arms do. So I'm going to give it probably maybe 2 more days, and then I will I'll buck all the buds off, and we'll start on a bit of a cure as it would. Rode Wireless Go. Yeah, see, now you're talking the expensive ones. There's a bunch of options out there, but they're very expensive. And I'm a poor YouTuber, man. I don't make no money off of YouTube, or very, very, very little. Enough to keep my electrical bills at bay, and that's about it. There's not very much profit to be had on YouTube right now, mostly because I'm a cannabis channel. Because I show weed, I smoke weed, I'm demonetized. So that's all it is, man. Speaking of which, I do have the Patreon fixed. So there's links in the description if you want to join the Patreon. It's a wonderful, wonderful way that you can support the channel and make sure that my lights stay on. Let me think here. What else was I going to talk about? I know. The next grow. I mentioned it last week here, but we're going to be growing on this stuff right here. I don't know why it's not focusing properly. Milo Grow. You can get this from Coastal Mary Seeds. Use my name as a code, Cannabeard25. Get yourself some of these Milo Grow genetics. This is Northern Lights Autoflowers. I'm going to be giving away a couple of packs of these on Sunday. So make sure you tune in on Sunday for Sunday session. I'm going to be giving away a few of these packs. And then within a week, at 2 at the most, we're going to start growing so that whoever wins and whoever wants to buy some of these can grow along with me for some fun. You know, a little grow along. Come on, let's grow along together. Should be fun. The reason I actually picked this Northern Lights is because I kind of badmouthed a few strains for a long time. Northern Lights, Pineapple Express, to name a few. 2 majors right there that I made fun of. I always teased them and said that they didn't deserve their fame. And I figured that Pineapple Express was only popular because of the dumb movie, and Northern Lights just because it's an OG strain. Everybody has heard of it, but I didn't really think it was that big of a deal. I hadn't smoked it in quite a while either. Anyway, over the past year, I've gotten myself a couple of concentrates of Northern Lights and a couple of concentrates of Pineapple Express, and was actually very blown away. And I have to eat my words a little bit and say, I think I like them again. I don't know if I never did like them or if I just blindly hated on them for no reason. Regardless, I'm changing my tune. So I'm going to grow one of the ones that I was making fun of, kind of thing. I figure that's a good... I got to take this thing out. I got a Hall burning a hole in my cheek. I got to take it out of my mouth. Extra strength Halls or whatever. Yeah, so once again, that's Milo Grow Genetics. You can get these things directly from Coastal Mary Seeds. Once again, use my name as a code, Cannabeard25. That'll save you 25% off your entire order of anything that they sell. So use it, man. That's a crazy, crazy, crazy deal. So another thing that's going on here that's pretty interesting is I got the ADLITE set up from Mars. I actually been kind of looking at it for a while, and when I mentioned it to them, they were like, oh yes, please, and they just immediately sent me out a package of all 4 lights. So I showed you sort of them a little bit last week. I got them up. I got some just hanging on the side of the tent. I've got the blue one hooked up here right now. I've got the red, ultraviolet, and infrared off to the side at the moment because we don't need those until flower. So it goes like this. You add the blue for veg period, and then when you go into flower, you add the infrared, ultraviolet, and red. Far or deep red or far red or whatever you want to call it. And so I actually got a little bit of, there we go, some notes here on my phone. So the UV is supposed to be on for 10 minutes per hour. That's it. No more. Maybe a little less, but no more for sure. 10 minutes maximum per hour during the light cycle. So during your 12-12 flowering cycle, or you know, the flowering stage if you're doing autoflowers, whatever. 10 minutes every hour for the UV, and the infrared is only 15 minutes before and 15 minutes after the lights come on and off. So it's sort of like it's supposed to be, I'm assuming, kind of a sunset and sunrise thing. I guess there's high infrared light during sunsets and sunrises. Anyway, and then the deep red you use just through your entire flowering cycle. You just add it to your regular light cycle. So when I'm using autoflowers here, for example, I generally run a 20 and 4 hours of darkness. The whole cycle from from the beginning, from like seedling stage right up until the end of flower, I run autoflowers on a 20 and 4 cycle. Photo periods are different, obviously. You want to do a 18 and 6 and then a 12-12 when you go into flower. But that's what's going on with that. Anyway, so I had a little bit of a dilemma. I started to discover, you know those timers? I have one, it's plugged in over there. I can't pull it out to show you right now, but you know those timers with the wheel on them? People use them for light timers all the time. They got little tabs to switch on and off and stuff like that. Those only run in 15-minute increments. So it's too long for the 10-minute window that I need it to run every hour. So I started looking online. And you know what's hard to find? 10-minute timer windows. They just sort of don't even exist. There's very, very few options out there for a 10-minute timer every hour while the lights are on kind of a scenario. I tried like smart plugs. They only allowed 10 actions. That's it. Stupid smart plugs only allowed, at least the two that I own, only allow 10 actions per day, per 24-hour cycle. And that's just not enough. It's just not enough, because on is one action and off is another action. That means you can only turn it on and off 5 times a day. That's not enough for what I needed. I did find a photo sensor plug with on and off timers designed for like hydroponics, so that when the lights come on, it's actually a sprinkler setup, but it was designed so that you can turn on sprinklers for 10 minutes every hour once the lights come on, once the daylight turns on or whatever. So you can either use artificial light or real light, whatever. That was an option. Then, after going through and looking at all of these crazy options, turns out frickin' MARSHYDRO has one specifically designed for these new ADLITE systems here. So, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Right here, the iHub. Look at this thing. I was looking everywhere for a frickin' option for this. And here it is. There it is. So, it's got an option for your infrared, ultraviolet, and deep red or blue, depending. You never have the deep red and the blue on at the same time, so that third plug is a swappable one for the blue or the deep red, depending, and the other two only need them during flower. Anywho, so I ordered one of these things, but a little caveat came down. After I ordered this and I was reading up on it, it turns out I need another frickin' piece. Oh my goodness. The controller, 43 smart controller from MARSHYDRO. This thing right here. I need this on top of it. I got to admit, I'm a little choked that I needed another thing to control the thing to control the thing. You know what I'm saying? It's a little nuts. But I think that this one right here is going to be pretty friggin' cool. I've already got a smart controller in the room that controls my lights and stuff like that and my ventilation. However, I think this is the winner right here. I think this is the new thing. So I'm going to get one of these things, but I don't need it until flower. I don't need to run all those other lights until flower. And the blue light that is hooked up here right now currently only needs to be there it doesn't need a weird timer. It just turns on the same time the rest of the lights turn on. So that's a normal timer. It's not something weird where it needs to be only 10 minutes an hour kind of thing. So anyway, long story short, I've got both of those things coming to hook all this up with and just be super easy. It should all have everything plugged in the way it is. It's already sort of designed for those 10 minutes per hour things. So it should be a pretty easy set and forget kind of a setup. I'll let you guys see it when I get it, and we'll go through that when that happens. But that's the upgrade that I've done for my light here. I'm using a, if anybody doesn't know, this is an Fc8000. Oh, pardon me. Fc8000. It is the Samsung lights, but like a 5x5 fixture, this guy up here. So, yeah, big shout out to, you know him, you love him, to MARSHYDRO. Thank you very much, MARSHYDRO. I love these lights, and I just upgraded these lights to a point where I will never need to probably upgrade my lights again for a very, very long time. Unless I want to try something new for fun, I shouldn't need to upgrade my lights at all. And if you want to love your lights too, just use my name right here as a code. Save yourself a couple of bucks off of your next MARSHYDRO order. Thank you very much, MARSHYDRO. So these are, as I was saying, these are looking pretty good. Pretty small nugglies. Small nuggies everywhere, but very, very, very frosty looking. Hard to kind of get a good focus on it. But trust me when I say that this room fucking stinks. Stinks something fierce. This is the weird... No, that's the weird little one right here. This was the taller one that was in the back corner, and then this is the bigger one that was in the front here. I don't know, a couple ounces or something. I don't know. I'll do a trim down and a weigh up here soon, and by next week I'll have an exact weight for you guys. I might even have some for testing purposes, for smoking next week if we're frickin' lucky, man. Vivo Sun also does an iHub. There's a whole bunch of companies that do iHubs. However, this one is specifically designed for those lights, for that ADLITE setup. So that has me kind of excited. Are they on Amazon? No. I actually couldn't find them on Amazon. I had to go directly to the MARSHYDRO. I live in Canada, so I went to the .ca, but you can also find them on the .com. And my discount code works both on those, as well as it works on Amazon, but they don't have them on Amazon yet. The iHub or the ADLITE setup, they might have some of the ADLITE stuff on there. I'm not too sure. I got a couple ounces of donuts, triploid. Triploid. Super Freak is doing well. Super Stinky. Yeah, dude. I love that Freak Show thing. I did email the Freak Show people. I haven't heard back from them yet, so I don't know. I'll give it a bit more time, and if I don't hear back from them in another week or two, I'll maybe try one more time or something. Try to hit them up under a different social media area or something. I emailed them directly through their website, and yeah, like if I don't hear back from them, I'll try one more time, and if I still don't hear back from them, I'll just assume that they don't want to talk, or they just missed me. Whatever, doesn't really matter. Not a big deal, but I have contacted them. I would like to work with them in some manner. Ooh, I want to drink my tea. Blueberry tea with honey. Fuck, that is sweet. That's about all I've got for today. The stuff's drying. I'm gonna be doing a giveaway of these on Sunday session. I do not believe Bunny will be joining us. She is still fairly sick. It's a couple days away, so maybe, I don't know. Hopefully and I haven't smoked any weed in almost 2 weeks. It's been 12 days since I've smoked any weed at all, like anything, had any dabs or any puffs. I've eaten a couple of when I first started getting sick. I ate a couple of capsules to keep myself at bay a little bit, but once I got super sick, I just stopped it completely. Anyway, I'll be doing some rolls giveaways on this on Sunday, a couple of packs of these. So don't forget, that's 12 o'clock noon Pacific Standard Time on this Sunday. It'll be here on YouTube as well as on Twitch at the same time, so you can watch wherever you prefer. Let me think here. I think that's about it. I don't got a whole lot to say today. There's not a whole lot going on. Next week I'm going to have, even if I'm not ready yet for growing next week, I'm going to start getting ready. I'm going to reset up all the pots. I'm probably going to do just, I think, 4 again. 4 seems to be sort of this magic number for this space. So I'll probably be doing 4 pots again. I got to get some new COCO. I can reuse some of this, but I want to grab new COCO. I'll probably reuse this next run. But for now, most of the COCO that I've got is out in my greenhouse, and it's frozen solid. It has absolutely been like between -10 and about -20 here the past week or so. So I can't access the COCO that I've got used already because it's in a bin and it's a frozen solid block. So I'm just gonna have to go to one of the local farm supply guy, and I'll have to just buy some a small bag of COCO that's in his storehouse that's nice and heated, so it'll be, you know, room temperature at the very least instead of frozen solid. So we'll deal with that road when it comes next week, and yeah, that's about it. Don't forget to hit the like button if you do like it. Subscribe if you're not already. Hey, we're almost at 55,000 subscribers. We're pretty darn close to that number. So if you're not subscribed already and you want to help contribute and make that number a little bit bigger and be part of the Cool Kid Club, hit that subscribe button. Yep. I'll be back on Twitch later on tonight, I guess. I'm feeling good enough. I had a little test stream this morning to see how I was feeling, and it did okay. Playing a bit of Rust, of all the horrible things to do to myself. I've been playing a bit of Rust this morning. I haven't played it in about a year. Figured I'd jump back in and give it a peekaboo and see what's going on. There's a medieval patch, so you can be primitive locked and only bows, arrows, and swords and shields and stuff, man. And there's like battering rams and interesting, weird. Anyway, I digress. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a good day. Have a good Sunday, or a good Friday, pardon me, and I'll see you Sunday, or sooner if you follow me on Twitch. Yeah. Have a good night. See you soon.
Mm-hmm.